This is not appropriate to start with the peace greeting. The phenomena to which I'm going to speak can politely be referred to as hyena hypocrisy, but I much prefer to call it by the much more disrespectful and the impolite term, hyena monkey bitch hypocrisy. But I'm going to tell you that the hypocrisy is not like other hypocrisies that we've seen, and here's why I say that. We tend to forget this, but here's the truth. Hypocrisy oftentimes is related to hatred, but it's subconscious. A lot of people don't realize that they're hypocrites about a particular topic, don't say what they mean, and that they don't mean what they say. It takes a while for people to realize this. I will tell you straight away, gentlemen, this hypocrisy that we're seeing now is not subconscious, and it is not tied to it's not tied to malice. It is because of malice, and it is conscious. And here's how you can tell. Notice this. Tracy Ellis-Ross said she dates younger men because older guys are toxic. What that really means is that older guys can see through the bullshit. That's all, and we already know that. Now, when they say things like this about men, I don't buy into that, but I know why they say it, because it's how they are. So this is true about them. And a long time ago, I did not know this, but from 2019 up until now, I've learned in steps and in stages until I came to realize that this was absolutely true. That when women say things that are not true about men, they just confessed against themselves. Because where the hell else would they get it from? This I've come to understand. It took me a while. Men are creeps, and young women and young girls aren't safe from y'all because y'all are creeps and y'all are predators. Now look. Now we realize that these young women are approaching older men because that's what they want, and older women are ticked off about it because that means they got to approach older men to compete. They're just mad about that. Now, I'm a milfophile. The thing that sisters try to get other men to do, I already would naturally do. Tell me about a chick that's in her 30s right now, and I'm close to 50, and you tell me about another one that's closer to my age or even 2 years older, and probably going to assuming everything else is equal, I'm gonna hit up the one that's my age or within that range. Now, can she screw that up? Yep. Let her be immature for her age. You know what? Never mind. You stupid. You an idiot. Because if I say idiot, that's 3 syllables. That might be too much for you. Yeah, okay. She could drive me right back away from her and closer to talking with the one that's younger. 30s is too young for me. But then again, if you take somebody that's wise, actually wise, I may not even notice she's 30 or in her 30s, I should say. I'm going to tell you guys, man, straight away, and this is real. This is no joke. I want you guys to not ever be unnecessarily paranoid or alarmist. That is unmasculine. But it is not alarmist unnecessarily when there's really an alarm, and it is not paranoia when someone's really out to get you or hate you and will do whatever they can against you. These ladies want you to think that if you predict the behavior, the likes of Gabriella Zuniga's behavior, that you're paranoid and alarmist and you're stupid and you're unmanly. They want you to think that way, but then when you don't, it makes you an easier target. So they want you to have an unhealthy pessimism that makes you an easy target. That's malice. Materialism does factor into that, but that's malice because they actually view you as deserving of them doing these same things to you don't even think of doing to them to try to get rich without working, like suing them. It's malice, gentlemen. You can couple it with other things, but when you take these other things, we men also have them. Materialism, wanting to collect a big payday without having to do the work. These are things we want, but we don't expect, let alone demand them. Why do they demand these things from us when they don't even hardly expect it, but they still demand it from us? It's like if I sit up and I demand reparations from the white Western world. Well, I demand it because it's right. I don't expect them to actually do it. So what does that tell you? I know they deserve to lose all of their wealth to us. They look at you and me as if we deserve to lose everything that we have to earn to them. That's malice. That's why the double standards are as they are. Older woman, younger man, fine. Champion that. Good job. Excellent. You're doing the right thing, girl. Then, older man, younger woman, even though that's a higher chance that she made the approach because they do that with older men. He's a creep. She's innocent. She don't know what she's doing, but he's a creep. That's it. He deserves whatever he gets. But then when Marquez Houston, I think that's his name, got married, and granted, I do think her age is a bit too young for him. But when he got married, and he said he's happily married, then all of a sudden he doesn't deserve what he gets. You deserve what you get. What happens when it works out? Oh, you don't deserve that. See? That's malice. That's how you know it's malice. I now want you to remember that it's malice. I want you to stop trying to convince yourself that you're just paranoid. No, you're seeing it as it is. It's malice. Malice is why it is that the one thing that they consistently do is stop you from having it too good. You're not imagining that. That's real. And so therefore I want that I want that to be at the forefront of your mind. And one of the necessary elements to to protect yourself from this malice, gentlemen, is something that Black Guru has preached as a Muslim and Darwin McPherson has preached as a Christian. Now, I agree with Black Guru, but Darwin McPherson agrees with us on this particular topic, and that is male chastity. This is one of the things that is going to be necessary to combat the malice, because the malice means they want to do things that will mess your life up, that they want to do that to you. You must combat that partially by staying the hell away from the traps that they set. They don't set traps that don't involve sex, and you got to understand that it's not that sex in and of itself is immoral. But you also have to understand that the Westernisha, because of her malice, is simply not going to take a moralistic approach to sex. That's why I tell you that when the Westernisha tries to practice what you think is chastity, that's not chastity. That's why I tell you, when you say no, um, it's to be commended. If they were saying no because of reasons of chastity, then I would have commended them too. But they don't be, and you could tell because they don't pursue marriage. They sit back and demand that you pursue marriage. The nerve of them. They demand that you pursue the marriage that they want more than you do. They would never pursue something that you want more than they do. If they think you want something more than they do, they wouldn't pursue it. They know they probably want sex more than you do certain times, and they will refuse to pursue that because of the perception, because of the stereotype, even when they know that's not true. But when it comes to marriage, you better pursue that because they want it. The F? So you mean I got to sit up here and try to convince you to do something you want to do? Let me pay your bills? Oh, fit the guck out my face with that sure bit. So when she says no, it's a weapon. And I'm telling you that you have the right to use male chastity for practical reasons too. Whereas if they decide to say no and they're using that for practical reasons and that's it, then that's not chastity. I'm introducing a double standard to counterbalance against the one that they have because it's war. And as much as I believe in fairness and I do want to be fair, the fact remains that I've also stated this, and that's because it is a fact. The fair fight is the one the good guy wins, and damn it, you didn't start no gender war. Even the women alive today did not start it, but they damn sure decided to carry it on. And the ones who decided not to are inside their houses, silent, and they know they better not say too much, especially if they're young and cute. Very few of them are coming out and saying anything at all. And I understand why LOM does not even trust them. I get that. Now, I'll say you get it. You can have a chance. You'll show it one way or another. But I understand why he's like, nope, I ain't trusting none of them. But that's another talk for another day. In the meantime, know that when I say malice is a motive, it's because of stuff like this. It's not just what Zoo niggas doing to Shannon Sharpe. It is also because of the reaction of a bunch of ladies to Shannon having a 20-year-old non-black girlfriend for a while versus these other older actresses, cougars, having these younger boyfriends. No, shuck that fit. That's malice. That's what that is. Remember this too. A woman's age is actually, many times, it's more important to her than it is to you. That's the other thing. They're more obsessed with the sexuality of young women than you are. And that's another reason for this double standard. I hope this helps you. Thank you for listening. As always, black heart, black mind, black out, assalamu alaikum, black heterosexual, non-select male power because I don't like it, a black patriarchy until extinction of judgment day. Thank you for flying with us here on Jet Black Air, where the phrase jet black is also a verb. As always, keep Gen Black with us till the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender justice forever.